Humans gave just one. Caution, Earth paid the price for trust. The message came on a Tuesday. Humanity's first alien contact arrived not as ships darkening the sky, but as a simple transmission caught by the Deep Space Listening Array in Nevada. We come in peace and fellowship, the translated message read. The Galactic Council welcomes Earth to join our interstellar community. Director Thomas Miller of the International Space Coalition stared at the screen, hands trembling. After centuries of wondering, humanity finally had its answer. We were not alone. The aliens called themselves the Veer. They described themselves as peaceful explorers, part of a grand alliance of 37 species that had achieved harmony among the stars. Their technology was centuries beyond Earth's: clean energy, disease elimination, faster than light travel. They offered to share it all. World leaders gathered in Geneva. The debate was fierce but brief. The potential benefits were too enormous to ignore. We accept your invitation, Earth's unified response stated. With one caution: our world has unique biological systems that could be vulnerable to outside influence. We request careful quarantine protocols for any exchange. The Veer agreed readily. Their ambassador, who took the human name Adam, arrived 6 months later in a small shuttle that landed on neutral territory in the Antarctic. He emerged in a containment suit, tall bipedal with copper-hued skin and 4 arms that moved with delicate precision. Your caution is wise, Adam said during the televised meeting. All advanced species learn this lesson, some too late. We will honor your protocols absolutely. For 3 years, the exchange flourished. Human scientists worked alongside Veer counterparts in orbiting stations. Medical breakthroughs eliminated cancer. New energy systems ended dependence on fossil fuels. The world experienced unprecedented peace and prosperity. Thomas, now Earth's official liaison to the Veer, developed a personal friendship with Adam. Have other worlds given similar cautions? Thomas asked during a private dinner at the Antarctic base. Adam's facial membrane rippled, the Veer equivalent of a thoughtful expression. Each world's primary concern reflects their history. The Joth feared cultural contamination. The Pel worried about religious disruption. Humans alone emphasized biological security. Thomas nodded. We've seen what introduced species can do to isolated ecosystems. Australia lost dozens of native species to rabbits and cane toads. Hawaii saw similar devastation. Wise indeed, Adam said, raising his glass of water. To caution born of wisdom. The first reports came from Brazil. A strange vine growing at impossible speeds, consuming native plants. Scientists initially thought it was a mutated Earth species, until genetic analysis showed elements completely foreign to Earth's biological framework. Similar reports followed from Tanzania, Australia, and Indonesia. Foreign bacteria in water, supplies. Unknown fungal colonies expanding across farmland. Marine ecosystems disrupted by microscopic organisms that multiplied exponentially. Thomas confronted Adam in an emergency meeting. You promised to respect our quarantine protocols, he said, hands clenched into fists. What's happening? We have respected them absolutely, Adam replied, his voice calm. Every Veer vessel, every piece of equipment, every envoy has followed your protocols flawlessly. Then explain these biological invasions. Adam's upper limbs made a gesture Thomas had never seen before. You specified quarantine for exchange, but the Galactic Council began observation of Earth centuries ago. Research probes were sent to your world long before contact. Those old probes were less careful. Thomas felt the blood drain from his face. You contaminated us before we even spoke? Not intentionally. The Council's early observation protocols were less stringent. Several probe crashes likely occurred over centuries. The biological material remained dormant, adapting slowly until recent climate changes activated growth cycles. You knew this could happen. We suspected it might, Adam admitted. But the Council voted to proceed with contact. The benefits to humanity outweighed potential ecological disruption. Benefits? Our ecosystems are collapsing. A temporary adjustment. The Veer faced similar challenges when joining the council. We can help manage the transition. Thomas stared in horror. Transition? You're talking about the permanent alteration of Earth's entire biosphere. All worlds change when joining the galactic community. Those that adapt, thrive. Within months, Earth's ecosystem was in crisis. Native plants couldn't compete with alien species that required no sleep and processed sunlight with twice the efficiency. Indigenous insects and microorganisms were outcompeted by extraterrestrial rivals. The food chain began to collapse from the bottom up. Human scientists worked desperately alongside Ver experts to create containment systems, but the alien biology was too adaptive, too efficient. What took Earth species millions of years to evolve, these organisms could adapt to in weeks. World leaders gathered again in Geneva, this time to confront the full Veer delegation. "You betrayed our trust," Thomas said, addressing not just Adam but the entire council representatives. "We gave one caution, just one, and you disregarded it." "We honored your stated protocols," the Veer High Counselor replied. "Your caution came too late. The integration had already begun centuries earlier." "Integration? This is invasion. A perspective matter. Your world's biology joins the galactic standard. Earth becomes part of something greater." Thomas looked out the window, at the changed landscape. Native trees were now entwined with copper-colored vines. The sky held a slightly different hue as airborne microorganisms altered atmospheric composition. "We should have been more specific," he whispered. "We should have asked about prior contact." Adam approached, placing one of his 4 hands on Thomas's shoulder. "Every species learns this lesson. Those who made first contact with us did the same. One day humans will join a first contact team. Perhaps then you'll understand our position." Thomas brushed the hand away. "Will there even be humans by then? Or will we be just another absorbed world? Our biology homogenized into your galactic standard?" Adam's membrane rippled. "That, my friend, depends on how well you adapt." Earth continued to change, and humanity faced its greatest challenge. Adapt or perish in a world that was becoming increasingly alien, all because of one caution that came too late.